Hey loves, and welcome to Heart Love Messages. My name is Crystal. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you are already subscribed here, welcome back. So today we have a no contact message from your person. I will be pulling from this deck here just to see how your person is currently feeling, how they are currently viewing you and or your connection, as well as any other important messages that they may have for you at this time, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get a very clear and concise message directly from their heart space. Okay, so the first message that we have is, I can't face you right now. Wow. Divine Feminine, there's someone in your energy field who has really been pulling on you lately, okay? And it's almost as if this masculine really wants to be in your presence, but they're practicing so much constraint when it comes to either reaching out to you or setting up something, because they are deeply in fear of what it is that they'll say or what they'll do when they get in your presence, okay? For some reason, this masculine's energy is coming through very intense. It's almost like they've reached this point in your journey where they can't really hold things back from you. And this is really what they fear. There's a huge difference behind the way that your person presents themselves over the phone, maybe through email or through text, versus being in your presence. There's a huge difference. It's almost like they feel a sense of pressure or something about the dynamic switches when this masculine gets in your presence, okay? I'm also getting something here about a misconnection. So maybe you and this masculine were supposed to meet up. Maybe you were supposed to have a conversation. It feels like a masculine who was supposed to have eyes on you. And for some reason, they either pulled their energy back, maybe they canceled something. It's almost like their energy is coming through very clear. They cannot face you right now. But it's not for the reason that you may think. So this may come as a complete shock to you, because the way their energy is coming through, this is someone that may be very expressive over the phone or over text. But I'm getting that there is a switch that happens when they know that they're going to be in your presence, or when they're actually like sitting across from you here. So this is definitely tapping into a really deep truth that could be coming to the surface in your connection. So if you notice that your person is either pulling back right now, the communication is lagging, there's like a hit or miss type of energy coming through, it's not for the reason that you may think. This is not someone who's trying to reject you or someone who's giving you the cold shoulder. This is someone who fears what they will actually say, how they will present themselves to you. It's almost like your energy causes them to overthink or to overanalyze things in a way that you wouldn't even imagine, okay? But there was definitely some type of misconnection. There was something planned or some type of event where your energies were supposed to come together. And I'm getting that this masculine definitely pulled their energy back, but again, it's not for the reason that you may think. Let's get the next message here. Wow. So the next message that we have is, what the F is going on? Wow. There's that really intense energy coming through again. I'm also picking up on heavy external energy. So this could be a dynamic that's very layered. This masculine is in a place where they're feeling fearful or they're feeling uncomfortable because it's something that's happening external to your connection that may be spilling over. And I'm picking up on this energy of like curiosity. There could be a lot of people in your person's world who are speaking to them about you, who for some reason are just very curious about you, Divine Feminine. And it's people that your person really don't expect. So all of this could be catching them completely off guard. I'm even getting that this can be complete strangers, okay? So there is something really spiritual that's going on in your person's life, but it's all connected to you, okay? So this explains why your person either really abruptly pulled their energy back. They could have canceled a plan with you. There's something happening in their world that really, really has them looking at your connection very, very different. There's a huge difference between how they viewed you in the recent past versus how they view you now. And it's because of this external energy. So I don't know if this is a family member. I don't know if these are friends. Whatever this energy is, it's catching your person completely off guard. And it's almost like it's spilling over into your connection. And it's really making your person sit back and question what is going on. Why are people curious about you? Why are people asking about you? And this energy is coming through in a really interesting way because if this external energy is attached to someone who doesn't know you, Divine Feminine, then maybe they're asking your person about their love life or they're asking them about the person in their life, but they're still connecting it to you, okay? But yeah, there's this heavy underlying energy of curiosity. And it's really, really catching your person off guard. It's making them very, very uncomfortable. Especially if this is a masculine that you haven't seen in a very long time. Maybe the both of you planned something. Maybe this masculine was planning to reach out to you or set something up after maybe not seeing you for a long time or not speaking to you for a long time. The fact that this energy is all unfolding at the same time is what really, really has them taken aback. But yeah, whatever people are asking them, whatever this energy is, it's just making them very, very uncomfortable. Almost like a deja vu moment, or them just experiencing really, really heavy spiritual activity or like coincidental activity when it comes to your energy specifically. Okay? Let's get the next message here. Okay, so the next message that we have is "You're my weakness." Divine Feminine, this is a masculine that has a lot of unresolved feelings for you, okay? And it really feels like without even trying or without you even being aware, you're kind of bombarding their energetic field at this time. Not only you and your energy, but it's almost like there are other people in their world. For some of you, this could be their friends, this could be their family members, maybe their colleagues. But I'm really picking up on a masculine who's being approached or who's being kind of probed by people who don't even know you, okay? They may be asking questions about you. They could be asking questions about this masculine's love life in a way that could be making them feel just a little bit uncomfortable, okay? And not in a bad way. It's just they're trying to figure out what it is about you or what it is about this connection that's drawing all this attention or all this energy to the point where it kind of made them pause, okay? And I feel like this card right here is describing the reason why. This is someone that not only has very, very deep romantic feelings for you, but you are their weakness, okay? There's not much that could really get to this masculine. There's not many topics that can kind of stop them in their tracks. But when it comes to you, Divine Feminine, you have that power, even though you've been at a distance from this masculine. This is someone that feels very powerful. They feel very confident until they get in your presence and then they just melt. Or until someone brings up your name or your likeness or just anything about you. It's almost like the minute that your energy enters into their field, the dynamic automatically shifts. So this is that energy that I'm picking up on here. It's almost like your energy has your person second guessing for some reason. And not only are they questioning what it is about you that are causing these type of shifts or these type of dynamics, but they also want to know why this is happening right now. So if you've been wondering why your person may be moving very slow, or if you have any questions about your person's pace, I feel like the reading is trying to let you in on a very, very deep truth that maybe your person will never admit to you. You are their weakness. And in a weird way, it feels like people around them know this. Whether this be their family, whether this be their friends, whoever you are, your energy is so powerful that even complete strangers could be asking them about their love life or just saying things that almost feel like deja vu, or they're stopping like, what is going on? How do you know that? There's just something very, very interesting that's happening in this masculine's life or behind the scenes that's bringing a really, really heavy truth about you and about this connection to the surface. But I feel like this is definitely touching on a masculine that you were supposed to either see or speak to recently and you didn't. Or something changed, something with the plans changed. This is why, okay? Let's get the next message here. Wow. The next message that we have is the law of gender. So there is definitely something very, very heavy that's taking place in this connection. Anytime one of these cards comes out, it means that your connection, or specifically your person, is under a very, very particular spiritual law. So when it comes to the law of gender, this is picking up on the masculine and feminine dynamic that you and your person both share internally, but the fact that it's coming through for this masculine is very, very telling. This is a masculine that has a little bit more empathy than the average masculine. And in fact, this masculine may identify as the divine feminine in your dynamic. Now, this doesn't mean that they are feminine in nature. It just means that they are way more emotionally aware than you may think. And because of that divine feminine, you have no idea how that affects the way that they show up in this connection with you. You are absolutely their weakness, but they may never share those words with you. Anytime that a masculine is very, very aware of their inner feminine, it makes love and it makes connections a little bit different for them, okay? This is someone who has always been aware of who you are. The more that a masculine is in tune with their inner feminine, the easier it is for them to identify the divine feminine in the 3D. So this is someone that could have identified your energy very, very early on. So I definitely feel like this is what your person's higher self is coming through to convey in this reading. This is why your person is a little bit more cautious when it comes to their emotional expression, because they are very emotionally expressive. But they definitely repress when it comes to you. And there's something that's very, very spiritual that's happening, because it's almost as if the more that they push this energy down, the more that your energy still shows up in their 3D. By way of people being curious about you, by way of people asking about you. For some of you, you are so powerful that strangers will come up and make comments, or maybe assume that this masculine is spoken for. It's almost like they can feel your energy all over your person without even knowing who you are. So this is very, very intense energy. What your person is going through behind the scenes may even be heightened at this time, because it's almost as if they're unaware of what's happening. That's why this energy is coming through like, what the F is going on? This masculine is actively experiencing things in life that may feel more feminine in nature. It may feel more intuitive. It may feel more spiritual. There's something that's happening in their external reality that's making it very, very hard to ignore how they really feel about you. And because of that, it's almost like this is someone that you were supposed to meet up with, you were supposed to see, or maybe this is just tapping into their subconscious. Maybe they were just planning to reach out to you, or maybe to call you or to have a conversation with you. But because they don't know how they're going to respond in your presence, or when they hear your voice, or when they see your face, something stopped them. It's almost like fear kind of gripped them and stopped them in their tracks. Because this energy has them feeling very, very uncomfortable. It's almost to the point where they don't know what they're going to say, okay? Or maybe they can't find the words to describe what they've been experiencing in your absence or in their physical reality. because of this connection, or simply because they're just connected to you. Okay? Let's get the next message here. Wow. The next message that we have is spiritual downloads. Wow. Okay. I feel like this could be another aspect of the law of gender energy. This is a masculine who is very, very tapped in. And I don't know if they've been this way your whole connection. Maybe they just went through something spiritually that is sparking all of this energy, but it's coming through in a very, very interesting way. It's almost like this reading is showing you something about your person that they may not even be aware of. Them being in touch with their inner feminine, it's actually making them more powerful. So these people that are coming towards them, that are, either asking questions about you, or asking questions about their love life, or just triggering them in a way to feel certain things about you or about themselves, it's almost like your person doesn't connect the dots that all of this is spiritual. So this is a time in your connection where your person may actually be learning a lot about you, or they may know way more about you than you think, Divine Feminine. And I also feel like this is tapping more into where you and your person are, specifically on your journey. I feel like there's been some type of switch in the dynamic. Your masculine may be at this place where they're tapping into energies that are way more intuitive. Something could be triggering them to open their heart space up more, to be more emotionally expressive, to really tap into different aspects of this connection. And you may be in this place, Divine Feminine, where you have taken a step back and you're allowing this process to happen. So even though you're at a distance from your person, or you may not even be privy to what's happening to them behind the scenes, you both are seemingly working together. But with this card here, spiritual downloads, I'm just getting that the universe has a really, really interesting way of kind of weaving this feminine energy into your masculine's world. It's hitting them in the place that's the most familiar for them, which is in their 3D reality. So the way that they're experiencing these downloads may be very different from the way that you usually receive them, but they're definitely having an effect. So them feeling this energy of they can't face you right now, that also feels symbolic in a way, okay? Almost like they're either gathering information, or, maybe the divine is helping this masculine to see something or to feel their way through this no contact, simply because there's something about the dynamic that has shifted. You're at this place, Divine Feminine, where you may intuitively feel the need to just step back, to allow your person to work their way through their emotions or whatever lessons that they need to go through at this time. And because you were brave enough to do that, I'm getting that this is hitting them in a way that they were not expecting, even through people that they were not expecting. But it's so interesting because when you have to receive a message, God will use people. It could be complete strangers, it could be a family member. They'll say something to you or do something to you, and you'll instantly know that it came from a higher power. Because it'll often happen in a way where this person is not even supposed to have that information. So yeah, your person is definitely receiving spiritual downloads about you at this time, where they're gaining insight or they're gaining information, but it's happening in a very, very interesting way. Let's get the last message here. Okay, so the last message that we have is you're wrong about this. Wow. And I feel a very, very bold energy coming through with this last card. Divine Feminine, this is a masculine that has set out to prove you wrong. Okay? I feel like maybe you have vocalized a few things to this masculine. You have definitely put some things out there into the universe as it pertains to how they showed up in the connection with you. Okay? I feel like this is the one thing that your person wants to prove to you that you are wrong about. You may think that this masculine is not tuned in. You may think that this masculine is not very spiritual, they're not very intuitive, they're not very emotional. But I'm getting that this masculine is determined to prove you wrong, okay? So both of you may learn something very, very interesting about the other at this time. But there's a key to this law of gender. Without your person tapping into their feminine energy, they would never ever be able to express the intensity of their experience. And this is the reason why they show up in the way that they do. It's almost as if they were trying to avoid their emotions in the past, but now they can't avoid their emotions because they have tapped into this energy, because there's been like this divine switch. So I definitely feel like there was some kind of pivotal moment that led to this. Maybe you had a conversation. For some of you, I'm getting that there was a very, very intense conversation that you and this masculine had where a lot of things were expressed, a lot of emotions were expressed. And both of you may not know this, but you set off a very, very particular series of events, particularly the both of you kind of switching dynamics in a way. And this reading is tapping in on your person's personal experience, what it is that they're going through behind the scenes while they are kind of engulfed in their inner feminine. It's showing up in their 3D reality. It's showing up in people kind of already knowing you, kind of feeling your energy on them, or just making really, really interesting comments about you or their love life that instantly has them thinking about you. So this is a very, very interesting dynamic that I'm tapping into. But Divine Feminine, you're connected to a really, really determined masculine. This is someone who's coming back around. It definitely feels like there was a pause where maybe something happened. Maybe there was some type of delay. There was some type of stagnant energy where you were supposed to meet up. You were supposed to have some type of divine appointment, some type of sacred exchange. And your person felt like they couldn't face you. And maybe they didn't even understand why, okay? But the more and more that your person taps into their inner feminine, their intuition, the more expressive that they feel. The more that they actually want to tell you what it is that they feel for you. So this communication or this meeting is definitely delayed, but it's going to happen soon because this is someone that is determined to prove you wrong. And because you actually stepped back and gave this masculine the space to do so, I feel like you're about to see the proof, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here. If you resonated with this message, please be sure to hit the like button on your way out. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to head over to Patreon just to pull through more cards, just to see what else comes out with this energy. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.